affect shouldn't cause an effect. So we're not talking about effect and effect, right? We're talking about affect. Affect is the sensory information that your body is telling your brain about the world inside you and the world outside you. So your eyes see a bright light. Your ears hear loud voices. Your stomach, there's nerves in your stomach that feels that you've got an ache. There's a stomach ache. And I'm sure you've already come up with scenarios for each of these feelings, right? Your eyes see a bright light. It's first thing in the morning. It's sunlight. Your ears hear loud voices. Somebody's yelling at you. What's going on? Your stomach hurts. Yeah, you're hungry. But what if your stomach hurts and you're walking down a dark alley at night? You're probably nervous. You're probably uncomfortable. You don't know what's going on. What if that bright light isn't sunlight? It's a car headed straight at you going 90 miles an hour. You gotta move, right? What if those loud voices isn't somebody yelling at you? It's kids playing in the backyard. Affect is just the signal. Our brain's job, it's just up there floating around in the dark, right? Our brain's job is to get those signals and then make predictions on what is actually going on. Key word here is predictions. Okay? If all we did, if our brain just got these signals and then responded, we wouldn't be able to function as human beings, okay? Our brain has tons of different predictions that it makes every single second of every single day. And it responds to these things automatically. That's why dads can just catch a baby real quick because their brain already made the prediction that baby's getting close to the edge and then they respond. You don't even have to think about this, right? But the problem comes in when we respond to something that is a trigger for a completely different situation. Let me paint a picture for you. You're a veteran. You're a war veteran. You've been at war for the past year. What your brain has been experiencing is when you hear loud voices, when you hear screams, you need to respond very quickly and very violently in that moment, right then and there, right? Of course, you're in a war zone. But now you're at home and you hear those loud voices. So your brain is getting the signal from your ears that there's loud voices and making the prediction that you need to respond immediately and violently to this stimuli, to this stimulus that you're getting. But really it's just your kids playing in the backyard. There needs to be a lengthening of the moment between your brain's prediction and the effect that that prediction causes. The affect itself should not cause the effect. When we have things that our brains have experienced that causes us to respond in certain ways, not every situation is going to need that effect. It's not going to need that response. Sometimes we need to pause. Wait a minute. I'm getting this affect into my brain. I'm getting this signal into my brain, and my brain is making this prediction that this is what's going on. Is that correct? We need to lengthen that response period between the prediction and the response. Am I actually correct in this moment? Or do I need to ask for clarification? Because sometimes it's sunlight and you can just relax and enjoy the morning. And then sometimes it's a car coming at you at 90 miles an hour and you gotta move.